Hey guys, this is Collin and Katie for CardsChat.com. Katie, I've got a question for you. Are you a feel-based or math-based poker player?
I feel like you should know the answer to that after all this time. But I like to think of myself as slightly both, but more and more I'm math-based. I think that in this day and age in poker, you have to be math-based in order to make it in today's game.
Okay, so I love that you're taking a concrete stance, and let's look at the pros and cons of both. Math-based players are going to be thinking about expected value. They're going to use software, concepts like unexploitability and game theory. And if they're facing an all-in, first question, what are the odds?
That's a good point. I like to think of us as being a group that is represented by the emoji that's the little player with the teeth sticking out and the glasses. I can say that because I have both attributes myself too. And we really get in there and think about the odds and think about the math.
Yeah, that emoji is definitely thinking about the odds. But by contrast, reads-based players are thinking about psychology, what they believe their opponent is doing and thinking, and the deep soul reads that you see on TV.
Yeah, this would be a sunglasses emoji, if it was emoji, I think, represented there.
Exactly. And the sunglasses is wondering, does my opponent have it? And that is the key consideration instead of just the odds and the math.
And if you learned everything you know about poker from Hollywood, every single opponent ever is a read-based player, right?
Yes, that is absolutely true. All the old school players, all the TV players. And so which style is better? Different players have different strengths and different approaches. You need to choose the one where you excel the most.
Now, if I may issue a bit of a read here myself, I read this slide as being a bit too diplomatic, Colin. I think we should move along. This is not really telling us what we need to know.
But this is the last slide. What do you mean?
No. Please proceed, sir.
You added more slides to our presentation?
Sometimes only math works.
Okay, this is off script.
Except that the script is literally right there in the slide, aside from that. All right. A math problem is, should I call this all in with just a draw? So that's a math type of a problem, because you really, really have to have the math there or you can make a mistake.
Yeah, definitely. So if you, for example, have just a low flush draw, it is purely a math problem. I agree with that. It doesn't matter what your read is. You're not going to have the best hand right now. And so there are definitely numbers that you have to know as a student of the game.
That's true. And I will say that occasionally, very occasionally when I'm playing live, there is a read that overshadows things, but it's never going to be, oh, I'm getting 1,000,000 to 1, I'm going to fold because I think he has it. Of course you think he has it. If you're getting 1,000,000 to 1, that's not a problem, right?
Yes, and that brings us to what you have as a key example. So if we beat a bluff at the river, what do we do if we have one read but we're getting very good odds?
Then we have to go ahead and go with the odds we're getting. The odds are going to go ahead and trump the fact that we think that the player probably has the nuts, because the odds we're getting accommodates that fact, and it's still a good call, even if we think we're winning incredibly infrequently.
Exactly. So here, if we're getting 19 to 1 odds, that means we only need to be good 5% of the time. So it doesn't matter. We think our opponent has it. He probably does have it, but we're going to be good often enough to show a profit, and the odds trump everything.
That's true. The odds sometimes trump even getting to wear the cool sunglasses like the emoji representing the much cooler reads-based players.
Absolutely. So what do you guys think? Are you feel-based or math-based players? Let us know. And in the meanwhile, don't miss a second of our exclusive content. Click on the blue CardsChat logo in the bottom right corner to subscribe, or the red subscribe button below this video. Thanks very much for watching. This has been Katie and Collin for CardsChat.com.